Greetings, students in Social Work 3301, Human Behavior and the Social Environment. This is Professor LaShawn Bold, and I'm going to review the syllabus with you. This is not a substitute for you reading the syllabus in its entirety because I will not read every word to you, but I want to go over it with you. You find the syllabus over here to the left in the menu. You click on syllabus. I've already done that here. And then I go over here and click right there. And here we are. Here is the Spring 2016 syllabus for Human Behavior and the Social Environment. You'll see here is all of my contact information. You can see my faculty profile here if you want to see other things that I have accomplished in my career. Here's my email address and my office hours. I can adjust the office hours if I need to, or we can phone, or we can Skype. I'm fairly available almost any way, so we just need to make an appointment to do that. In this particular class, you need a laptop computer with wireless capability or equivalent required for all school social work classes. Here's the catalog description of this particular course. This is the first of two required human behavior courses. This is 3301, and I believe the next one is 3302. This course gets you started in the area of human behavior, and we talk a lot about the theories about human behavior. We talk about the strengths and empowerment perspective and the knowledge of the biopsychosocial development of people from birth through childhood. This is offered in African American Studies 3301, also SOCW 3301, but you would only get credit in one department if you take one of those courses or both. So you should really only take it once. Okay, I want to explain a little bit. In social work, we have an accreditation council, and that accreditation council makes sure that the things that you learn in social work are in accordance with becoming a social worker and what it means when you're actually doing the job of a social worker. So we call them EPAS, E-P-A-S. So anytime you see the word EPAS, we mean Educational Policy and Accreditation Standards. And every syllabus you will see the educational policies. What this means is these are the things that you will learn in this course that apply to social work and how it relates to you becoming the most competent social worker that you can be. So we have the educational policies listed here in every syllabus. Sorry about that. And then these educational policies are also in accordance, matched up with the activities and the assignments for the course. So as you go through, you'll see things that say adheres to or goes with the educational policy, and then you'll see numbers. I'll show you what that looks like. So for example, if we scroll down here to the diversity ethics paper, it says includes the skills or behavior from educational policy, and then these numbers are here. This means that this activity matches these educational policies, and that when you complete this activity, you have become proficient in this area that's listed under this policy. So something to know, it's important to know. Okay, let's go back up here to required text and other course materials. I showed you on the previous video what the other text looks like. Be sure that you get the one that is person in environment. Dimensions of behavior. There are two different textbooks, so be sure you get the right one that goes with this particular course. The other one is for the other course. You're also going to need the NASW Code of Ethics. You're going to need to print it out. Obviously, you won't bring it to class, but you will have it available to you online, and you need to make sure that you have access to that. We have a very important assignment that has to do with the NASW Code of Ethics. And then you're expected to look at any other articles or materials assigned by myself, the instructor. And it would also be a good idea to have access to an APA manual, because that is the writing that we will be using. If you had intro, you know that we use APA in the School of Social Work. It is different than what you may have used in other classes, so be sure you know and understand the APA manual, or you have access to that, and there are some online places you can find that. Okay, let's go into the major courses and assignments. I'm sure everyone is interested to see what we'll be doing here. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to complete the online learning assessment. I understand that there are some of you who have already had an online course and you're kind of like, why do I have to do this again? But I do need it from everyone. So if you could please complete the online learning assessment during week 1, that would be greatly appreciated. The first assignment that you have is the diversity and ethics paper. And as you can tell, every assignment here on the syllabus will have the due date and how many points it is and how much percentage it's worth. This paper and all assignments must be uploaded on SafeAssign. I will not accept any papers over email. Again, I repeat, I will not accept any papers over email. They must go through SafeAssign. This assignment includes, it's part of the NASW ethics, and there are some very specific instructions with this assignment. So you will want to use your NASW code of ethics, and then you will look down here and use one of these situations. You'll choose one of these situations for this assignment, and you will basically compare it to the code of ethics. So which areas of ethics would be important to this particular person? And there are some much more specific information in the form of a video about this particular assignment. So read it for detail and understand the assignment before you begin. Here is also another area. News articles and discussion boards. This is worth 15% of your final average, 10 points each. Students will complete 10 discussion boards in 10 sessions. So you may have had other online courses where you had 15 sessions. I've shortened it a little bit in this course to provide more time for some quality discussion. So that's what I'm expecting, is quality discussion for these 10 weeks. Please be sure you read this area. Students must have a minimum of 3 posts in the discussion board to receive the full points. Also, the first student response to the question is due by Friday. So even though every other assignment is usually due on Mondays, your first response to the discussion topic is due by Friday. You must also do the discussion topics every week. So be sure that you get your discussions done every week. There will be no backtracking. I want you to be doing this in a timely manner where you're all discussing the same thing during the same week time period. So you get your first response done by Friday. Everyone can look at what your response is and make some determinations about responding. And then you have until Monday to respond to 2 other people. Okay? I repeat, you have until Monday to respond to 2 other people, but your first response is due Friday. And there will be times where you're asked to post an article for discussion as opposed to just responding, and it'll indicate that on Blackboard, and you'll see where it says that. Here's the rubric for discussion board participation. If there's unacceptable, acceptable, good, and excellent. So in any of these areas, if it's unacceptable, that will lower your grade on the discussion board. Basically, what you want to do is strive for excellence. So the best thing that you can do is to do the things that are in this, let me get this right here, in this last column here where I'm pointing. See this last column? If you do all of these things in this last column, that will get you an excellent on your discussion board. Here are some examples of what we expect. We expect that you will make references to all of the course materials. So it's best that you read the course materials, watch all the videos, read the text, and then do your discussion board. It is not recommended to just jump to the discussion board and try to do that without reviewing all of the other course materials. So review the course materials and then do your discussion board. You can tell if you do these things in the excellent area, then you will receive a 10 for the discussion board. And here are some examples of comments that you can make. It is not enough really to say, oh, I agree with you, or oh, that sounds great. This is an upper level course, so you're expected to be academic in your responses and knowledgeable and use references to the materials. Okay. Number 3 that's due is a case study. This assignment must also be uploaded into the Safe Assign area. No papers will be accepted over email. You're expected to write a case study on a family, a group, a small organization, or a community. So whereas the previous assignment on ethics was on one person that you chose from the list, this assignment, this case study, is on a family, a group, or a small organization or community. And you will follow the instructions here. It's important, I want to point out, one of the questions students always have in this one is what is a perspective and what is a theory? And I realize you haven't taken the course yet at this point, so you're going to have some question about that. But if you get ready to write this paper, the best thing that you can do is to look in your textbook on pages 26 through 31, and that will explain to you again perspectives, theories, concepts, so that you can thoroughly write this paper. Okay, so you'll follow all the instructions. Just remember the cover sheet and the reference page are not included in the total. That's another tip of the day that you need to know. Okay, I'm kind of running out of time on this, and I wanted to get through in a certain amount of time. Here's the rubric for grading. If you don't know what a rubric is the way that we grade your performance in an area. And so this is how you will be assessed in this particular area. There are quizzes throughout the semester. There are 10 quizzes every week. And those are mainly from the text. So you need to buy the text, you need to read the text. In this case also, once you've done a quiz, you need to try to find a way to cut and paste it into a Word document for later use, because you will need to refer to that quiz and you will want your answers for the final exam or for the midterm exam. So you want to make sure that you keep all of your quizzes just in case you need it later. So you do have an exam 1, which has more to do with a case study, but your final exam will include all of the quizzes and the course materials. So that's where you're going to need the course materials. Here is the grading policy, and you will get a final average at the end of the grade, and that could be A, B, C, D, F. Hopefully no one is in the D or F area. Makeup exams and late assignments, there really are no makeup exams because this is an online class and you should be able to get that done within a week's time period. If you run into some major problems, you need to let me know. If you run into an issue where you're not keeping up with your discussion boards and things like that, please let me know, because those are really, really important. It may seem like it's only a certain percent, but in the end, the discussion boards can drop your grade an entire grade level. So we don't want to do that. So read about late assignments. Be sure that you understand that papers are not accepted after 7 days of being late. The grades are posted to the Campus MyMap system at the end of the course. Here is some more information, the attendance policy. Each week begins on Tuesday and ends on a Monday at 11:59. Very important to know. Here's the information also about the course, about the discussion boards. Each student must respond to the question or post an article by Friday. Students have until Monday to respond to 2 other posts. The spring semester begins on Tuesday, January the 19th, and students should plan to complete their initial discussion board post by Friday and then respond to 2 others by Monday of that week, of next week. Here is the checklist again, and here is the course schedule. This course schedule reviews everything that you need to know, including due dates and when spring break is. That's important. There's also some other information here in the rest of the syllabus about supports for you. Counseling, the librarian, disability supports, what the drop policy is. All of these things are standard procedures for UTA. There's also a student feedback survey that I hope everyone will complete. And please review your syllabus in detail. I look forward to working with you. It's going to be an amazing semester, and please let me know if you need anything. Thank you.